Good morning and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Here we are to fight CPS with your host, Bob Pace. It's Monday, the 23rd of June, 2025. Now, I know many of you have found me on Facebook. My morning live stream is Fight CPS with Bob Pace. In the evening, 7 o'clock every night, 7 days a week. That is PM. I have my second live stream. It's called Fight CPS, Stop Taking Our Children. You found me on Facebook and you connected to what's called StreamYard. It's a software application that I'm using. It transmits on YouTube. We're here in this live stream. I'm here to help you in more ways than one. I'm not an attorney, but I'm a loving husband and a father who has 42 years of marriage and helped raise 6 children. And 3 of them are old and grown up and have families of their own. My 3 younger ones I too was a victim of the child protection system. That's what I call CPS, the child protection system. It's a government entity that was created by Congress in 1962 to have social services protect our children from neglect and abuse. They organized a group of social workers in every state, in every county. You'll have a child protection system. Now, the system has many different names. That's why it's too hard to hear the talk about all the different names. Department of Children and Family Services, the Child Protection Services, Department of Children's Services, the Cabinet. I could go on and on and on. But it's easy just to say CPS. So when I'm talking about CPS, I'm talking about the child protection system in every county, in every state, and also worldwide. Yes, I have reached out, and I have right now 23 countries, including the United States. And in the United States, I've talked to all 50 states, including Washington, D.C. Now, I'm in here as well as my returning visitors are here to help you all with your CPS case. You don't know what's bad out there until you get involved. There are many bad elements of CPS. I'm afraid to tell you that. Not every CPS entity is bad, but a lot of them are, and that's the problem. We don't know who is good or bad. We also don't know how to work with CPS. We don't know anything about them. So that's why you need to ask questions. You need to find out. They're not your friend. They're not going to help you get your children back or reunification or anything else. Their sole purpose is to make money, and they make trillions of dollars. It's a money-making business to them. They traffic children into foster care. They alienate the children from their parents. Those are illegal actions. And you need to have an attorney to fight all this. That's my rule number 1. I have 5 rules, and I wish I'd followed all 5 because I wouldn't have been involved in CPS myself. Now, my case goes back to 2010 when, unfortunately, I lost my job at the age of 60. I had already worked 45 years, and I had gotten my forever home. But unfortunately, through circumstances beyond my control, I was laid off. And what I meant by being laid off, I wasn't able to find a job as easy as I thought it would be. Also, during that time being laid off, I started receiving complaints from CPS, phone calls that said you weren't taking good care of your children. They're accusing me and my wife. And they come out and meet with me, and I show them the house. They find nothing wrong. I talk to them, and they talked to the children. There's nothing they could find out. This went on for 5 years. What I didn't know behind the scenes was a reporter reporting once a week. Now, what these reporters are, there are two types. There's the mandated reporter and the layman reporter. Now, these individuals, laymen, call in, and I did not know that my in-laws were these lay persons. They were calling in. My wife's mother, father, her three sisters and brothers once a week making allegations were not true. They wanted to adopt her children. They thought we had the most beautiful children, well behaved. In fact, being laid off afforded me more time to see my children. And we were very close. We did trips to Everett. In fact, I think in my whole time with my wife, there's a one time except once that when he went out on an official date, just her and I. Any function we did was always with the kids, whether it was surfing trips, travel to different parts of the country, different parts of the world. I'm a world traveler. You know, I've been to over 50 countries. I've lived in 5 different countries. And some places I've been as many as 25 times. Now, good morning, Kayla. I'm just listening for now, but I plan to call. Okay, good. Kayla, where are you from? I forgot. You've been on here before, and I warmly welcome you, Kayla. Now, for those that just come in the room, it's very important that you know that there's several things you can do. You can do emojis, which is like semi-hearts or semi-stars or thumbs up or smiley faces. I love to see emojis. You can also click me if you want to follow me and write reviews. And then on top of that, you can if you want to be notified, want to be on, hit the notification button. Now I have a phone number up on the screen. That's the phone number of Vincent W. Davis. It's his law office. The picture you see in the upper right-hand corner. That's the attorney who I work for. And he's the one that is an expert in CPS. Now his number is 888-888-6582. And when you reach that number, you reach the law office, you reach reception. Make sure you tell them that Bob Pace sent you. Also, if you talk to Mr. Davis, tell him that Bob Pace sent you. Now, he can be retained. Now, in LA County, it's where his office is. His retainer is approximately $5,000. Your cost will always depend on how complex your case is and how long it's been going on. Now, he's a $500 an hour attorney. So that's what he'd bill against the $5,000 retainer. But he's the best. I mean, he's fought CPS for 39 years. He's gotten back thousands of children. He also is a trial attorney. And he also is a civil attorney. He's on civil cases against CPS, which most attorneys won't do. He's won millions of dollars, both in state court and federal court. He is trained and licensed and schooled in the areas of juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. Those 3 laws go together. So if you want a pit bull of attorney, he's available. He is available. And that's the number of the office, 888-888-6582. You can also ask when he's live. He does live streams like I do. He has office hours during the week, and on Saturday, he has another show at 10 o'clock. I know he has other shows too from time to time. He helps people. He really does. He gives a lot of his free time to help you out there because you got to understand you're fighting an entity that is very complex. It's like open heart surgery. If you want to compare what fighting CPS, think of open heart surgery, where you have to have a professional doctor cut open your chest and work on your heart. Well, that's why you need a professional attorney. And you're going to say, wait a minute, they gave me a public defender. Well, the child protection system hopes that you use the public defender because they control the public defender. They usually saddle the public defenders with 30 to 100 cases that they're so busy they don't have time to meet with you outside of the courtroom. So you're on a limited scale. Also, they're not going to fight you because they want to get over with your case. So they look at the easiest way out. So using a court-appointed attorney or a public defender is useless. You're going to have to, if you have to use them, no matter what, you're going to have to kick them in the seat of the pants. That lawyer needs to work for you. If they don't, tell them that you will sue them for negligence. Further, you'll call the state bar and report a complaint or a grievance against them, and they can lose their license. So you really need to make them work, but understand that using them, they won't really fight for your case. Also, when you use a court-appointed attorney or use a professional attorney, remember, you're not representing yourself. You're representing yourself through your attorney. So your attorneys are the one that can speak. You cannot address the bench or talk to the judge. You have to go through your attorney. So it's usually the plaintiffs and the defendants that are in court. The courtroom is very complex. There is a judge. He's supposed to act as a referee. But these judges lately have been poorly trained, and they're certainly friends of the CPS program because they look at money. Everything is based on money. You want to know why they do what they do. It's because they found out that money is more important to them than the lives of children. You know, it's really sad, but I always thought that they always cared. I thought they were caring kinds of people. But in my experience, it was terrible. My kids were kidnapped, taken to traffic. They were trafficking into foster care, and they were abused and hurt and demeaned, and they were told not to love our parents, told a lot of things to hurt the relationship between mom and dad. That's right. Kaylee is from Milwaukee. Milwaukee. Welcome, Kaylee. She says she'd like to support this cause, but what does support go towards? I'm just curious. Oh, okay. Yes, there's been some questions. This channel, in order to keep it running, the software application we use costs money. So the money goes to support that channel. Also, it's supposed to help out the people that work for Vincent Davis, and I'm one of them. And so it's supposed to help out there. I don't, it, by the way, it isn't a force for you to do the support. It's called a donation. You know, it's not that you have to do. I know it's bad because you come on here with no money, and I understand that. So I'm not asking you to have to support the channel. It's an option. Donation comes with a thank you. All right, comes with a thank you, and there are perks. One of the things you have is other people do other shows, and there's perks that will help you out there. Like all businesses, they have to make some money to keep the business going. That's why Vincent Davis charges. His fee at $500 an hour is a lot, but it's not as a lot as a lot of other attorneys are half as good as him. He has a good rate. He has a good rate. Anyway, Why I say, okay, Kayla, I gave a quote to a Georgia couple of $125,000 for Vincent Davis to come from Los Angeles, California to Atlanta, Georgia. There's the cost of airfare to get there and back. Also, depending on the complexity of the case, we don't know how many times back and forth he'll have to make a trip. Also, when he gets there, he needs ground transportation to get to the accommodations he'll stay at and the food he'll eat. There are things like the airfare, ground transportation, hotel accommodations, and food that is included in the 125,000. Also, you'll have to get a license for that state. He doesn't keep license of all 50 states. So you'll get different numbers. Even in California, you go to Northern California, it costs money. If he has a case in San Jose or San Francisco, it's going to cost money to fly up there. It's going to cost money for ground transportation and a hotel room and food because he's away from his home. If he's in LA County, he can drive home. He has a bed at his home. He has food at his home. He has transportation. So it isn't so bad. So if you're in LA County, you start off with $5,000. If you're in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, it's 125. So that's why there's a different. Okay. You have another question. Why do I have a different judge every single court day? It doesn't seem right. Well, most of the time you don't. And I don't know in Milwaukee if they rotate the judges purposely. It could be a good thing, but it's also bad with your case. Now, my judge was very corrupt. His background was car damages, car repairs, liability, those kinds of things. He had no experience in family reunification or the child protection systems, dependency court. He wasn't a dependency court judge. It was sad. It was really sad, and I was stuck with him. Now, I don't know if Milwaukee is substituting the different judges because they think the judges are bad. I don't know. But they shouldn't be changing judges. The judges has a courtroom. He has his docket with his cases, and he should be at the same judge in the same courtroom. How can you work for Vincent Davis? Well, you can contact the office, 888-888-6582, and tell them you want to work for Vincent Davis. And they can be looking for a job. You're looking for a job. Now, I do want to tell you right now, there's another agency right now that I'm going to pull up. It's sort of our last resort agency, but it's called DOGE. It's Department of Government Efficiency. It has a website, doge.gov. On that website, they're advertising for career jobs and one of the different areas that they specify. Not hourly employment, but a career job working for the government. Also, they have two phone numbers that are White House phone numbers. That is the area code for the White House. And those two numbers are on the screen so you can talk to them with questions or concerns. They also have an email, doge@mail.house.gov. And that's where you can write emails about your case and help. DOGE is investigating social services and the child protection system. I know that for a fact because I was talking to social services 2 weeks ago. And during the interview, she asked, there was a lady on the line that said, I'm with DOGE and we're here supervising social services. So I know that DOGE is listening. I know that DOGE is working hard behind the scenes. They've come up with savings of $1 billion so far. They want trillions of dollars. They're on the road to getting there, but it may take longer than 5 months. They've only been in existence since January. So that is DOGE. Who never got back to the kids for 125,000? Kayla, I know that I've given out quotes because I do at 8 to 10 o'clock. I talk to people that are interested in hiring Mr. Davis, and from 11 to 1, that's 4 hours a day. I do Monday through Friday. And believe me, if I gave you a quote, I would definitely be dogging you or following up on that. Now, the person I gave um, a quote to has not returned my call. If you're that person, I please wish you would return my call. I have a 5-year old who has a trial soon, and a newborn June 6th. Now, are you meaning that your two children, are you the mother of the 5-year old and a newborn? And do you have a trial for that? Have you already had your hearings? I don't know what kind of hearings or anything about your case. I need to know a lot more. My first judge is being charged of 14 counts of kiddie porn. My first judge is being charged. My first judge was being. Was your judge looking at kiddie porn? I'm totally confused now. Nothing's a joke, Kayla. CPS is serious. You got crooked people, rogue people. They're in that court. Not every judge is a commissioner. If you have a commissioner assigned to your court, you don't have to use the commissioner. You should always ask for an experienced judge, and they should have the same criteria as the lawyers do. They should be trained and educated in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. They should be a dependency law judge, and it should be dealing with children, such as family reunification, because studies have shown the best children are the biological parents that take care of the children, that raise the children. The best parents are the biological parents. And there should be reunification. What hurts is there's a law passed called the Incentive Law by Bill Clinton in 1997, which basically said that they reward the child protection system entity with $35,000 if they have the child adopted in foster care. Well, that kind of hurt the family reunification, and I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. Can you change the caseworkers? I tried a long time. I don't think you can. I don't know if they rehab because they found money is more important to them. Hello there, Daniel Watt, and welcome. I am so glad to hear from you, Daniel Watt. And she is a loving mother from Georgia taking care of her special needs son who I believe is 19, and her special needs brother. She has two special needs people that she's working full time to take care of. And that's so good of you, Danielle. Danielle used to be the host in my live stream, and I miss her. I wish she still was hosting. Um, Kayla says, my ongoing case manager has said he cannot change my case worker. You can request a case worker change by going to the civil rights coordinator. You can try the director of your child protection system in Milwaukee, but you're going to have to go to the civil rights coordinator and have it changed. Now, I don't know who David is. You said you spoke to a woman at his office, and she said she would ask David about it. They're not going to make changes because they think they're all powerful. But if you're a caseworker, you first start asking the supervisor. If that doesn't work, you ask the director. If that doesn't work, you ask the civil rights coordinator. And if that doesn't work, then go to Doge. A class action lawsuit is great. If they violated your constitutional rights or your civil rights, you're perfectly candidate for suing them. But your case must be over in CPS. And Danielle now is on her YouTube channel. Good to see you. It is good to see you, Daniel. It's good to see you. So, Kayla, that's a lawsuit, yes. Now, for some of you that are just coming in or never been here before, to text a message, make a question or a comment about CPS. Please state your first name, your city or county, your state, and the country. If you're outside of the USA, put your country. Also, please tell me about your CPS case from the beginning to where you're at the moment. And I'll try to help you there. I'll try to help you. Now, Kayla spoke to Joretta. Okay, she's one of the people that works for Mr. Davis. She was supposed to get back to me about 2, weeks ago, or 125, that 2 separate cases. Well, what you need to do is you need to call the office and ask for Jordetta and see if she can talk to you. If you're not, I want you to call me between the hours of 8 and 10 and 11 to 1, and I will help you. I'll help you with your case, Kayla. I will help you. Now, another way to do this participate live stream is to be a guest. To be a guest on my live stream, all you have to do is contact my show producer by emailing her grace@vincentwdavis.com. Now, I'm on 7 o'clock every night of the week, and on the daytime, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And then on the weekend, I'm on at 8 a.m. Those are all Pacific Standard Time, the West Coast of California. And you just tell them what time you want to be on there. She will go ahead and send you a link to StreamYard, and I'll get you on there. So send in that email. Pick one of my 14 shows, either Sunday night or Saturday morning or Friday night or Monday. That's all you have to tell her. She'll give the link. You copy and paste it. If you bounce off, you do it again. You bounce off, you do it again. There's also certain rules you have to follow. No profanity, and we do not eat or smoke during the show. Also, we do not use the names of judges, social workers, or children. Now, another way to interact with this live stream is to call me direct at 626 698 0990. My phone number is up, and you can call on that. I agree with you, Daniel. I know you want to help. It'd be great if you're ever interested in being a co host. Grace will set you up. Grace will set you up. I'd love for you to be a co host with me. I believe all this is about to get really big soon. It's coming out in the open. These people need to be held accountable. Well, yeah, yesterday, Christina and Megan Wilson, Christina Reynoso, and Megan Wilson. Christina Reynoso is from Las Vegas, Nevada. Megan Wilson is from Wilmington, Delaware. Megan, who's been a foster child all her life, is an adult now at 40 years of age. She has one child. They took away her child because she was in foster care. She didn't clear her record when she was in foster care, and they came after her. She's been strung up on medicines and medication all her life. She's been abused so badly by the system that they put together a lawsuit against them. It's a pretty intense lawsuit. It took a lot of time. I read it. It took almost an hour to read it. But it's really shows you how bad CPS is in Wilmington, Delaware. Now, I know that other places are bad. Orange County, California, LA County, California, San Bernardino, California, Riverside, California, Kern County, California. They're locally, they're close to me. I know that. We have Margaret King fighting in Kern County. Vincent fights in all those counties. He's all over the place because of the corruptness that's going on. So I agree with you, Daniel. But I want to help you, Kayla. But if you were dealing with Georgette, email her, call her, or call the office, 888-888-6582, and tell them exactly what you're telling me. But if you want to make it simple, you can contact me at 626 at the end of the show, 698-0990, and I'll help you. We'll find out what your case is and what the $125,000 is, okay? All right. Let's see, what else? We have some websites that are important. We have some websites that are really important. One thing I will tell you, the cheapest way to talk to Vincent Davis for free is to call in at my phone number, 626-698-0990, or be a guest on my live stream. And being a guest or calling in will qualify you for a free 15-minute session with Mr. Davis. That way he'll give a private Zoom consultation to you. Free for 15 minutes. You just make a list of questions and prioritize them. And if you're interested and you talk to me or on my show as a guest, then I will direct you and tell you how you can talk to him. It's simple. It's just an appointment made in within a week. You can be talking to him. Now, if you already want to talk to him now, I can go ahead and give you a link here to a website for $60. You can talk to him for 30 minutes. All you do is use your credit card and you go to a website, Canley.com. Canley.com. That's https://www.candlely.com/APPTS VWD / Bob Pace. And that would be great because you can talk to him for 30 minutes. Now, another thing is a guide that grandparents can use to get guardianship of their grandchildren. Grandparents are just as important as parents. This guide is available at the stand.store. Stand.store. It's https:// www.stand.store, /attorney VWD. There you'll find this publication that'll help you with step-by-step directions of getting your grandkids adopted. It's only $9.99. But if you use my last name, Pace, Pace, with the number 50, you'll get it for half off. You'll get it for half off. There's other things on the Stand Store website. There's deals for coaching, deals for attorneys. It has a lot of valuable information on there. And it's okay if you need help or need to ask questions. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. We have about 10 minutes left. It's almost 11 o'clock. Um, so um, you can get that at a discount rate of PACE, PACE 50. If you use my last name, spell it out, PACE, the word 50, you get it for 50% off. 50% off. Again, that website is the stand.store. The stand.store. Good morning, Aline Cruz. And good morning. I have contacted you and left you a voicemail. I still didn't hear from you. When did you call me? Are you talking to Bob Pace or are you talking to the law office? What number did you call? What number did you call? And where are you from, Aileen? I don't know if I remember you correctly or not, but um, another website that's very useful is Vincent's W. Davis website. It's vincentwdavis.com. And you can go to that website. I'm checking my um let me put my number back up. Okay, there's my number. So I'm available, Kayla, between the hours of 8 and 10 and from 11 to 1 Monday through Friday. So please contact me there unless you want to call the show. Now, Ian Cruz, I've gone to my voicemail and I'm looking for it. I'm from Las Vegas, sir, and I'm fighting a CPS case. Oh, you called the 888 number. Well, that discourages me because they should have gotten back to you. Uh, you have to call. If you want to leave me a message, you call me at 626-698-0990. I always respond to my messages, and I'm sorry that the office has not contacted you. Um, they should have. If you told them you want to speak to Bob Pace, but they should, because what happens is that if the office rings to 888-888-6582 and they do not pick it up, buck stops with me. I pick up all the scrap calls, the calls from salesmen, the calls from everything. It rolls to me. Yeah, how about the books? I just told you about the books. You can call that number 888-888-6582 by the books. Or you can go to the stand.store. You go to stand.store. That will help you with getting the books. Okay? And Aline Cruz, you're from Vegas. Okay. I have Christina Reynoso from Vegas. So you are close to her. And she is active and she's usually in my room. And sometimes she'll leave me things. Let's see my emojis. I have Daniel Watt from Georgia. Fazza Notayan, I think he's from Saudi Arabia. And then Mate Seer, and I'm not sure if he's from Libya. I do have 20, countries, and 23, including the U.S., from around the world. These countries, I have. I'm not sure if I told them, but I have months. I have Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, Saudi Arabia, Libya, and then over in Africa, I have Liberia, then Sudan, then Republic of Congo, then Rwanda, and then Mozambique, and then South Africa. And I just spoke to Leica from South Africa yesterday. She was on my show yesterday night. And then up to Europe, I have the United Kingdom, Denmark, and Sweden. And then over in North America, I have Canada and the U.S., and all 50 states, including Washington, D.C. Then I have south of the border, Mexico. And then in South America, north of Brazil, on the East Coast, Grenada. Then across the South Pacific, I have New Zealand and the land down under Australia. Hello, Cruella. Good to hear from you. Cruella is from Oxnard, California. Your case is in Ventura, California. And I know you're a little bit late. You're at 10:56. My show's over in 4 minutes. But I have a running time on the show, so I got more time. So I'll talk to you a little bit longer because it's about 3 minutes before my show time's up there. I will really try to help you, Aline Cruz. I really will try to help you. I've helped up others. I had a couple that called me on a Tuesday, and by Friday, they showed up with the attorney and they got to hang on to their child. So I do know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm talking about. I make things happen. It was a hopeless cause because I told her to get a continuance. She had a day in court on Wednesday. This is all about medical trafficking. The CPS was accusing the parents of not trying to take care of their child, which they're doing. CPS authorized appendix removed from the child, which wasn't necessary. She had gallstones. The hospital made a misdiagnostic. The social worker urged the parents. It's a horrible thing what they can do. So I will work. I will help you. And again, I have my evening show at 7 o'clock. I have my evening show at 7 o'clock. So Cruella is a wonderful lady who's trying to stay in her home. She's a caregiver for her mom, but her mom is missing. Her brother's been very angry at her and doing unthinkable things. Her dad has her two children, but he won't give it back to her. They're her babies. She's not seen September. It's a big mess for her. She's living on funds, but Christina Reynosa is helping out Cruella. Christina Reynosa helps out a lot of people. She's helped out me too. So, all of you, it is a struggle, but if we work together, we can help one another. Now, today I got to file something in court today. Good. I know that. And she'll help you. It's your grievance. You have a good grievance, Felicia, who is Cruella. There's no question about that. Okay, I was trying to check to see what happened. I had that horrible experience because I work so hard that I don't get paid on a regular basis and I have to beg to be paid. It's a struggle right now, my situation. I just had an axle go out on me, which is terrible. The universal joint snapped at the transmission joint. So the car won't run, but I had it towed in. Luckily, I had towing with my insurance plan. And they took it to the repair facility, but they're closed Sunday and they're closed Monday. So the car will sit there and sit there and sit there and wait. But anyway, the other thing is I'm trying to fight to get a computer. I have a 7-year-old computer. I'm using my son's computer, but it's not reliable. My old one sometimes I still can use. But we're all struggling with all kinds of things. So I'm here to help you. My case has been bad. I relive my case every day. Of my 3 younger children that were stolen and trafficked into foster care, hurt and abused, neglected, they did all the things we're supposed to protect our children from. And the Orange County Child Protection System is one of the worst ones. The CPS in Orange County is bad from the director all the way to the bottom. The social worker committed perjury in court. Our attorney, Vincent W. Davis, caught her with her lies. And she retaliated where she took anger at our daughter. She told our daughter, you can get rid of your parents by just emancipating. She was steered by a CASA person that was bad too. The CASA person steered her. People should emphasize the best parents are the biological parents. They should try to help out. My wife and I did nothing to our children to have CPS interfered. They took our children that wasn't in danger. They're all in school. They were excelling with great grades, going to private school. They were in Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts who went on family outings and everything. The only thing they ding me on is because I had my parents' belongings recently, and my parents were dying and they wanted me to take the belongings. I should have put them in a storage unit, but I didn't have money because I lost my job. So that's what they got me. They got me for having my parents' belongings in the house. Their 55 years of belongings and then a 3,000 square foot house loaded my house up. Everything was in the living room, though. One room of my house. My house was a big house, 2-story, close to the beach, walk-in rock pool, a grotto. All that forever home I lost. I mean, I had vaulted ceilings. Each child had their own bathroom and bedroom. And it was immaculate, except for the area where I had the storage. And they were just storage of box I was sorting through. Anyway, they dig me. They dig me. You guys are cute. You guys are cute, Kayla and Cruella. I'm talking about my car. I just, life is all full of surprises. I mean, I think there's a guy, an actor, Tom Hanks, that played in the movie. I forgot what he played in so many great movies, but he said that life is something. He made a comment about life. Life is a strange thing, but I've discovered something that I try to share with you all the time. I feel that we're on a railroad, running on a pair of railroad tracks. There are two rails connected by wooden timbers. And when I talk about those two rails, they represent the left rail is what I call the circle of life from the Lion King. Some people have bigger circles, some people have smaller circles. But during your life, your circle of life, you're trying to do good things because the right rail is your rail to heaven. And the more good things you can do, the more tracks can be laid and the more you get chance to get to heaven. Because you do have to repent your sins and believe in God. God is real. I did not know recently to that God and Jesus Christ are the same person. I had no idea. It all makes sense to me. There's so much things, but my belief in God keeps me going. And I'm thankful to have God in my life. Yes, Tawa Ray is also Christina. Um, well, you're lucky the judge isn't your problem there. So, anyway, Aileen, you can contact Christina Reynoso. She will help you. It's the social worker and supervisors. I know. I know. The Earth Angel. Yes, Kayla. Anyway, we all have to keep our spirits high. We need not to give up. We need to keep fighting. Yeah, you can tell the supervisor, but you may have to go to the director or you may have to go to the civil rights coordinator. Be careful of CASA people. They're bad. I'm sorry to say that. The court appointed social associate will not help you. They're ears for the child protection system. Yes, Krill is right. She had to fight. You have to fight in CPS. Don't give up an inch. Remember, remember my 5 rules. 1, you get yourself a qualified attorney. 2, you document everything. Create an incident log. Create an incident log. 3, say no to social workers and police. Don't let them in your home. Your drawbridge is up, your house is closed. Do not let them take your children and watch medical trafficking. 4, use the internet wisely. Look it up. Make sure you start off with the location, followed by CPS, and then your question about CPS, and you'd be surprised how you can find things. And 5, make copies of your documents. Don't let your documents have them ready for you. Things like marriage certificates, your children's shot records, your children's grade reports, things that relate to your children, their birth certificates, your driver's license, your birth certificate. Important documents should all be contained in copies. Make copies. You don't need the original one there. That's only in sometimes in a court of law or something there. But a lot of times you'll be asked for those documents. Yes, thank you, Cruella. You had to wait and be persistent. And Kayla says, okay, I know about to contact DOJ next and skip the board at CPS. Well, you could contact not DOJ, but Doge, DODGE. I mean, Doge, DOGE. Doge is who you should contact. They are. In fact, I have several people in this room that have contacted Doge. The numbers do work. The numbers do work. Now, with the remainder amount of time, I'm going to put up Doge up again because it's too late to call in. You can call me after my show's over soon. But There's Doge. That's very important. That's at the top of the food chain. Call them. Yes, yes. You have a chain of command. You start off with a social worker, then the supervisor, then the director. Then you go to the ombudsperson or civil rights coordinator. Then you can go to your state federal senator, your state federal representative. I'm talking about the people that make up Congress. Then you can go to your governor. Or you can go to Doge. Right now, it's up there. Doge will help. You need to blast them with everything. You need to blast them with everything. With that being said, it's after 11 o'clock. My live stream has to end, but I'll be on again at 7 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. I want you not to forget to keep fighting for your children. Do not give up. You'll come here. I'll give you inspirational. Things do work. Keep praying to God and it will work. It will work. Corella hasn't given up. She's very discouraged, but she still comes in here. And I like what she's saying. Whatever you speak with them, make a little note thread in your phone notes. Email drafts are always a great tool to allow access to things remotely. Yes, I agree with you. With that being said, there'll be a short message from my attorney, Vincent W. Davis. Please listen to what he has to say. I'll be on again tonight at 7 p.m. This is Bob Pace telling you, have a safe day. Take care and God bless.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last one.